are now in the deep end of horror.
And I will see the life run out of you.
Mark of Horror and Hugsy here, and we're going to bring you back to the wild and woolly 80s, specifically 1986.
My year of graduation!
For the top 10 horror films of 1986, by box office, not my favorites particularly. But number 10, coming in at number 10, Deadly Friend. You will never look at a basketball the same way again. Wes Craven's Deadly Friend. Here on a handy-dandy one with Michael Caine in the hand and Someone's Watching Me and Eyes of a Stranger. Deadly Friend is really difficult to find these days, so hopefully you already have a copy. But if not, I expect that Scream Factory will be announcing Blu-ray of it fairly soon. But until then, the prices are outrageous for Deadly Friend. Coming in at number 9, it's the 80s, so it must be slasher territory. April Fool's Day in this particular case, though I do love My Bloody Valentine. I actually like it better than April Fool's Day, but April Fool's Day is a lot of fun. And Deborah Foreman is always worth looking forward to in any film that she's in. April Fool's Day, number 9. Well, what hath Joe Dante wrought? He released Gremlins, and of course, with Gremlins came an onslaught of little critter movies. And I guess saying critter movies might have spoiled what number 8 is. Critters. Shown here in a 4-pack, in a cheap 4-pack, that you can usually find this for about $7.50 on Amazon. Critters, Critters 2, Critters 3, and Critters 4. Or, if you really like these films, you can pick them up in Blu-ray from Scream Factory, but that's about a $50 set. So I have just the DVD set. Someday we can afford Blu-rays for everything, but not today. Number 1, Critters. Critters. Number 8. Critters number 1 is number 8. Number 7. Not quite a slasher, but slasher adjacent, perhaps. Psycho 3. Anthony Perkins tries his hand at directing himself. Obviously, Psycho is a complete classic. Psycho 2 is a lot of fun. Psycho 3 is also fun. They just decline in quality, much like series do. There's a nice little slipcover on this one, though. And so Psycho 3 is number 7. Well, at least we don't have a tired retread for number 6. Number 6 starts its own series off. House. This is a wonderful box set from Arrow Video. House had 2 movies in the U.S., or rather Arrow released House 1 and House 2 in the U.S., but it actually had 4 in the series. So I bought the UK set, which is region free, so you can just play it on your regular Blu-ray player, and it has House, House 2, The Second Story, cleverly named, House 3, The Horror Show, which of course in the U.S. is known as The Horror Show. There's no house attached to it. And House 4, The Repossession. And then the Arrow set includes a nice hardcover book. So some of the pages in it. It's really well done. Arrow does an incredible job with their releases, and I always love a box set. But enough about that. Here's House. Well, we have no Freddys, and we have no Michaels in this year. So, we must have a Jason. Jason comes in at number 5 with Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives. And they had to call it Jason Lives because Friday the 13th, Part 5 didn't really have Jason in it, and people were not happy about that. So we bring back Jason with Part 6, Jason Lives. And this is my adorable Friday the 13th box set, which I love, but I always complain about because the wonderful book they put it in has cardboard sleeves, so my Friday the 13th 3D disc is already scratched. And the nice Crystal Lake Memories excerpt. My wife bought me the hardcover book as a gift. At any rate, Friday the 13th, Part 6, coming in at number 5. It looks as though there aren't enough horror musicals, because this is the only one really on my list, because I haven't done the year that Rocky Horror came out. But Little Shop of Horrors, coming in at number 4, one of those great remakes where you take the original film and you completely reimagine it. And so in this case it's reimagined as as a musical with Rick Moranis, Vincent Gardenia, Steve Martin, James Belushi, Ellen Greene, John Candy, Christopher Guest, and Bill Murray.
Ellen Greene is the only one that reprised a role from Broadway, right?
Yep, that's right. Everybody else, they brought in a movie crew. But they let Ellen Greene reprise her role as Audrey. And Audrey 2 here looks quite stunning. If you can, don't get the version that I'm showing you. Get the director's cut, which has the original ending from Broadway. They cut it because test audiences didn't like it, so they released it without the coda at the end. I don't want to spoil any surprises, but it's much better. The director's cut is better.
Is it possible to spoil a film from 1986?
No, probably not.
Okay.
It all began in this little shop.
Ow! Damn roses!
Where, strange as it seems, something extraordinary happens.
I'm afraid it isn't feeling very well today.
No, it's not special.
What kind of a weirdo plot is that, Seymour?
Little Shop of Horrors, a story about a boy.
I've given you sunlight, I've given you rain. Looks like you're not happy, unless I open a vein.
Where did you get such a weird plan?
A girl.
You don't make nice voice when you live on Skid Row, Mr. Mushnick. Seymour, this is my Dave, my boyfriend.
A florist.
I'm telling you, Audrey, he's not a good, clean kind of boy.
He's a professional.
You'll be a dentist. You have a talent for causing big pain. Son, be a dentist. People will pay you to be inhumane.
I've been saving all month for this. I think I need a root canal. I'm sure I need a long, slow root canal.
Miss Seymour,
And a plant.
feed me all night long.
How am I supposed to keep on feeding you?
Watch me now. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, and I'm vain. I'm just a mean green mother from outer space, and it looks like you've been had.
Yes!
Rick Moranis,
Man's a total disgrace to the dental profession.
Ellen Green,
Excuse me.
Excuse me, what?
that's better, Vincent Gardenia, with special guest appearances by Steve Martin, John Candy, and Bill Murray.
It's your professionalism that I respect.
Little Shop of Horrors.
Number 3 belongs to one of my very favorite directors. If I had said absolute favorite director, you would have known it was John Carpenter, but it's not. It's David Cronenberg, coming in with The Fly. I absolutely love all his body horror films. They always make my wife shudder because they're always filled with all this creepy quality stuff. Always with some scientific basis. David Cronenberg doesn't do any supernatural films. He doesn't believe in them. He likes to make horror films based on science, and that is great for me. So here we go, The Fly.
I think you're making a mistake. I think you really want to talk to me.
Sorry, I have 3 other interviews to do before this party's over.
Yeah, but they're not working on something that'll change the world as we know it.
They say they are.
Yeah, but they're lying.
There is a limit, even to the imagination.
Human teleportation, molecular decimation, breakdown, and reformation is inherently purging.
Where our greatest creations meet our deepest fears.
Something went wrong, Seth. When you went through, something went wrong.
You are about to go beyond that limit.
Those weird hairs that were growing out of your back, I had them analyzed. But they were definitely not human.
If you saw how scared and angry and desperate he is.
I'm sure Typhoid Mary was a very nice person, too, when you saw her socially.
No!
You're afraid to be destroyed and recreated, aren't you?
You're changing, Seth. Everything about you is changing.
Oh, no. What's happening to me? Am I dying?
What does the disease want?
It wants to turn me into something else.
Oh, no.
A fly got into the transmitter pod with me that first time when I was alone.
Don't go back to it. It could be contagious.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid!
No. Be afraid. Be very afraid.
Help me. Please, help me.
Coming in at a rather lackluster number 2. Not that number 2 is lackluster, but this number 2 is lackluster. Poltergeist 2. I don't have much to say here. This tries to reunite the original cast from Poltergeist, and to not the same effect at all. I mean, it's not scary and it's not funny, which the first one was. I mean, it wasn't hugely scary, but it was fairly scary.
It was very scary.
It was very scary, says the camera person. But Poltergeist 2 was just kind of a snooze to me. I did enjoy Poltergeist 3, even though it's further down the list. But at any rate, number 2, Poltergeist 2. And Hugsy, you are not going to be disappointed by number 1.
So Poltergeist, the year it came out, I lied to my mom that I was going to see, I want to say author, at the movie theater. And I went to see Poltergeist with a friend instead. And I was pretty sure my parents had no idea, even though it meant I didn't sleep for like the next 3 or 4 days, because I had a tree outside my window that would scratch the window. And so obviously that meant I couldn't sleep. According to my parents much later, they were 100% aware of my transgression. They just didn't choose to punish me for it. They felt I'd been punished enough. Not Poltergeist 2, though. I didn't even try.
2. Okay, sweetie, I gotta get back to the movies.
Poltergeist would have to be in the top 10 of the year it came out, though.
It was number 1 that year.
Okay, I would think so. It was really good, and it was really different, I think is why, right? Anyway.
They're back.
Let me in. Let me in.
Why the hell won't you leave us alone?
You are gonna die!
Well, the number 1 box office horror movie for 1986 is not terribly surprising. Hugsy? Hugsy, you want to tell us what it is? Okay. James Cameron's Aliens.
Did you say Alien or Aliens?
Aliens.
Okay. The good one.
Ridley Scott made Alien. James Cameron's Aliens. And I actually only saw it, strangely, with my love of Alien and everything. The only reason I saw it in the theater was it was on a double bill with David Cronenberg's The Fly in the fall. For some reason I missed it over the summer. And in the fall they released David Cronenberg's The Fly along with James Cameron's Aliens, and I went and saw them both and was just blown away. Best day ever. Anyway, James Cameron's Aliens.
Just tell me one thing, Burke. You're going out there to destroy them, right? Not to study, not to bring back, but to wipe them out.
That's the plan.
All right, people, on the ready line. Are you me? Yeah! Are you me? Yeah! Get on the ready line, Marine! Get something to die! Get on the ready line!
Get your light up here.
Keep back, don't scare her.
Movement! Talk to me, Hudson!
I got signals. I got readings in front and behind.
There's nothing back here.
Look, I'm telling you, there's something moving and it ain't us.
Get them out of there!
How could they cut the power, man? They're animals. There's movement all over the place. 5 meters, man. 4.
Aliens. This time, it's war.
Click like, subscribe, or even comment below because I want to hear what you think.